told Mike, I said he goes back and forth where he wants to be treated like an adult or an older kid, but then he
Mm-hmm.
has his kids moments. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So one minute
Yes.
you want to be an adult, and then one minute you acting like a little kid. So it Mike like, yeah, he does that.
Yeah.
So Ronald just put him to
Absolutely.
the side and like, okay, you want to be grown, you want to be older and stuff like that. Well, you help me with this business, I give you 10% of my business. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So he went and got the bottles, the jars, all the stuff he ordered off Amazon. He was like, "This is what we're gonna do." So he went from all the stuff that he ordered to cooking it over the stove to
What?
bottling it up to sanitizing all the bottles and everything. Even
Wow.
Michael like, man, I gotta go, but he wasn't leaving until his product was done. Like he was like,
Right. Then he got his first customer.
yeah, yeah, you know what I'm saying.
It
So
was beautiful. I'm like, y'all melting me, y'all. This is just too beautiful. This
yeah,
is too
yeah. So
beautiful.
he
Awesomeness.
get he get 10% off the $30, but uh
That's a lot.
but Ronald just gave him the whole first sale. Like the whole first sale is you. So
Yeah, he's so nice.
yeah, so he just I told him those moments they look just regular, but those are life changing moments.
Oh no, yes it is.
Yeah, so
Oh
he's
wow.
excited. He's pumped.
I know he is. And that will the others will, want to follow suit to do something. And that's, part again of your vision coming to pass.
Yeah,
This is what, I was saying, this is what the camp is for. This was what was in the heart and mind of Mr. Tony,
yeah,
is that we create ideas and opportunities and not depend on a job. Know that we have great ideas and we can generate income doing something we love, something we choose to do, not a force to do just because, we have to pay bills. Of
yeah,
course, we don't say all of that to the
yeah,
kids, but
yeah,
that's the reality. You say it in kid language that you can start now. I remember with my granddaughter, uh, she cooked up a batch of cookies.
yeah. Mhm.
And I said, now you take them cookies and you can sell the cookies. And well, I might have bought some cookies, but the rest of the family didn't necessarily fall in line.
Yeah,
And so,
yeah,
yeah, but that was a start. She wanted, to do something. I told my grandson who plays chess, I said, okay, in July, I will, I'm going to pay you to teach your cousins. And he was like, all right, bet. Yeah, you got that skill, learn how to use it and share it with your cousin. And then in my mind, since I've been around the wealthiest gangster, right?
yeah.
I'm thinking all three of y'all boys gonna be we'll be having chess tournaments. We'll be touring the country with them three boys beating everybody.
Definitely.
Yeah, yep. But anyway, just I think it's something that triggers your brain to think differently. And then your brain will do the rest of the work. Because I wouldn't have been thinking, necessarily like that, not to that extent. Like, yeah, you teach them, you good, y'all get good at it. We're going on the road, boys.
Yeah, it's the power because that's what when I started decade, 2 decades ago, whatever, just playing with just ideas. It was just
Yes.
even if it was a small little business that didn't work or whatever, I felt powerful because I'm like, "Oh, I can think of something and then tomorrow I can actually do it. You know what I'm saying? So
I do.
I seen it click with Christian like a couple hours ago. This wasn't nothing, and now I got
Yes.
a product that I just made my first sale with like 2 hours later. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yes.
and
Yes.
that's the magic. That's the power. Even I don't know if he's going to be a huge lotion cream seller or not, but now he knows that he got power just in the idea that it can start in your brain, and then hours later, it can be a product.
Yeah.
And that's the most powerful thing because when I first started with, I was all over the place, but I knew I was on to something because that was like that came in my mind, and now I have a business in it, or that came
Hmm.
my chicken restaurant I had. Like someone told me, "Oh man, your grandpa used to have a chicken shop in a restaurant when he back in the days."
Uh-huh.
Like 3 weeks later, I opened up a chicken restaurant. I ain't research. I didn't know nothing about it. I just like my grandpa did it. I'm gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's the part that really. really, really inspires me to just show them that they capable of become. And I found out Zalay, Zalay,
Zalayla.
Zalayla, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
she's an artist. Like I found that out
You didn't know.
during Miss, not an artist, like kids. I mean, they all write and draw, and I'm talking about she's an artist. Like she's ready artist. Like she's like
She's
writing.
bringing me work that look, she bring me her paint, but I don't do art. I'm
Yeah,
not. I read and I
yeah,
do some
yeah.
math. Anyway, she would bring them to me, and I thought, wow, they're really good. But because I'm not an artist, I didn't think, wow.
Yeah, no,
They're really good. So you have an eye for art because you've worked with an artist before.
yeah.
But yeah, so she would bring, she's like, this was, and she used a piece of cardboard one time. So she's able to innovate. And so, yeah.
Yeah, so
I can see that.
yeah,
I can see that.
you can do beads with your art.
She does the beads. She
Yeah.
showed me her beads.
Yeah, so I'm like, you got a business right now. You ready?
Yes, she does. She ready. Let's get it.
Yeah, you can go downtown and it's $13. Have your DBA. You ain't even got to worry about an LLC. Yeah, you can start your DBA and you know. So that I found that out during Miss Thomas' little art. Like what was it like? It was a vision board, but not like cut out. She just had them paint the vision. So they was talking about purpose.
Okay.
Within that, I'm like that. Girl, that's art right there. Why you didn't tell me you draw stuff? She's so shy. She's like, girl, that's talent. You know what I'm saying? And that's the stage when I seen Soraya, like, and then when I bought her first painting, like she hasn't stopped drawing and painting ever since. When she got that first $25 in front of those kids at my first event, she hasn't looked back since. You know what I'm saying? And I thought she had been doing that for years. She was like, no, I just started. She's 13 now. She started when she was like right when she turned 11.
Okay.
I'm like, you look like you've been doing this forever. Like I know grown up artists that don't look like this. So
and when it'd
be so much talent buried in them that you don't know until you just keep pulling it out.
Right. And so did you realize that the affirmation for today would connect in the way that it did, and that, to continue with that, because you can test your ideas.
Yeah.
And so Mr. Ronald had an idea.
Yeah.
Mr. Ronald was following it through. Christian joined in, and then to develop, because that's like our number 2 things, is that you can have the ideas and you can create and do things now for what you love. So I think, I'm excited to see that happening in summer camp.
Yeah, and it's not scripted like that. It's just falling to, and then Miss Thomas in the day talking about affirmation. I said that's great because we start the day off with it. So she'll be back tomorrow doing more. So they was talking about purpose, and all of them have to just draw and paint.
Awesome.
Of course, they messed up the floor I just put together in the other room. Of course, it's paint all over it now. But it's just pushing their brains to just think. Like I tell them, it's not an outside the box, inside the box. It's really no box. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Don't even.
Yeah, it's not even a box to be in or out of. It just the box don't even exist. So
you exist and your ideas exist.
That's it. And it's not like, well, I can't think of something. Just start going. I don't care what it might look like. You scribbling, just start something. Just quit overthinking it and just go with it.
Watch out now.
Scribbling, just start something. So that message and they ran with it. And I see it. And the crazy thing about it, like it's catching on to all of them. But like even in little Kobe, like he play a lot and he blurt out a lot, but he gets it. Like when you talk to him and ask him stuff, he gets it. And this is what I tell parents that think their kids are too young for this information. I'm like, we get fed all kind of other information. I bet you there's some other stuff, that rap songs and everything that he could tell you at 5. Why wouldn't you want him to soak in and get those seeds planted with that?
Right.
So like I'm excited. I'm drained, tired, but excited at the same time. You know what I'm saying?
No, it was a powerful day, really powerful.
So and then I'm getting the questions, but I hate to say I, I haven't told him like no, but everybody's asking me about a camp. But I don't think I'm gonna be able to pull it off because we don't have the manpower.
Yeah.
I know I can't do another 3 weeks like this though, from 7 to 5 like I've been doing it. I just don't got it in me. I mean I got it in me, but everything else around me is taking a hit. If I could have a good solid team and I can do like I'm in there 4 hours a day for sure. And some days maybe all day, but not having to be there. Like I have to be there from 7 to 4:35 every day. I can't do that.
You're not used to that's not you don't
Yeah,
no. That's so far away from what you
yeah.
have been doing. You may have done it
My whole
before
life,
and it
like
wasn't your thing.
I haven't did that in over like 15 years. And then when I did,
That's what you're feeling.
yeah,
That's
and
exactly what you're feeling. Like I can't move the way I want to move. Not when you make this commitment. So I kind of knew this is a 3-week commitment.
yeah, I'm all in
And
these 3 weeks.
so,
But I'm already getting asked like today, 2 parents. So what's in July? I'm like,
so
I
you might have.
I did talk to 2 school teachers that say camp is about to be out, and they can, but like I think like you're just sent from the ancestors. Like it's nobody like you, but I'm just scared to say yeah because I done said yeah to people, and then what if I just put it out there and I got 8 people that said yeah, and then it's time, and I had 3 people and I ain't seen them. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
I'm like, until I can really just afford to pay them, I'm thinking people are gonna just disappear like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I don't want to. If I make that commitment and put it back out there, I'm committed if they show up or not. And I don't want to put in that situation again.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but I don't. It's hard for me to turn them down now because what we got going is my dream. So I'm like torn. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, this is what's coming to my mind at this point when you're trying to, like me, I do a lot of different things, and I feel like all of them are important. Number one is family. Like, I don't want to shortcut my family like at all.
Sure.
And then, I want to help people. So I've made time to learn, join a whole new industry, community, have my nonprofit. That's important to me. So I have to put that time in. And so then now what I do is I try to determine what can I do that I can free up a little time. So what comes to mind is that we could have Thursday night camps or Thursday evening or just 3 to 4 hours weekly.
Yeah, I had that pitched to me yesterday about 3 or 4 hours.
Yeah, I mean, I know that, once a week or, Fridays. And so then now maybe, somebody might do Friday evenings or but something that works for your schedule, something that that you can kind of regulate to fit what you can do. Because like you said, hey, right now I have to be there. I don't have the freedom to move around. And so during the time when you have to be there till people come that can do more and they're dedicated and have proven that that's what they're going to do and they're going to be reliable, then at that time maybe. But this is still a beautiful start. It opens you up to understand how this works, the level of commitment, and whatever else we learn in the process of doing this. I think, I'm more, like you said, kind of like a structure, even if it's not extremely structured. For me to be comfortable there, I'm going to put it like this. I'm most comfortable in some structure. Things can be too structured where they get on my nerves. So everybody has that little place on the continuum, right? And so I think we should have, or there should be a way to allow for what I see you want, what I believe you want for the kids. You want them to have a place to come, to learn kind of at their own pace, to just hang out in a safe space and be together with opportunities. Not come together, math, reading, writing over here, stop that, watch the children. You want them to have some time, some quality time building memories there at the House of Resources.
Yeah.
And so, I think we should, or I think you should develop that. And in developing something like that, again, that's 2 or 3 hours, twice a month. If it's not once a week, just a couple of days where they know I'm going to get to the House of Resources and I'm going to have my downtime, but I'm going to have an adult or some adults around that might have something to present to me, like the host of people that are wanting to pour into kids. Now they have a place, and then they can have some kids to pour into. I know Christian, he was like, well, let's take a field trip. We want to take a field trip. I'm like, field trip. Whew. And even if we don't, I think, like, even when I was a classroom teacher, I would plan an event, bowling, skating, or something for my kids to get together outside of school so that they know the difference.
Yeah.
Here, structured learning. Here, you get to go play, have fun, get to know one another, and that's going to help you in the learning environment. But I think it would be cool to have, time to go skating. Well, he mentioned swimming, but, and the parents, of course, would come or drop them off or whatever, but it's House of Resources and the ability to hang out with us. So when they say what's happening in July, the way you do your thing, Tony, you think it and you do it, we can have something in July. It just won't be the 3 weeks of summer camp.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Oh, that makes perfect sense. And I was talked to about that the other day, certain days, and I'm with it, but what just messes with me, because like when I got the House of Resources, the main reason I got it, because CEO Youth League, that's what I started off. I did monthly events. That's what we did. Okay. Every month we had some type of event, investing, getting together, feeding them, just having it. And I told them that's great. You know what I'm saying? And it felt good. But I know it wasn't the impact, because when you have a lot of the youth, and this, a lot of my kids ain't even here. Some going with their dad for this. Some a couple of mom in jail, so they not even in Temple right now until closer to the school year. Like, and those are the kids I'm thinking about, because it's like those once a month things are great. I feel good. I love seeing my kids, but I know on a daily basis what they're up against, and it just, I know it's not impactful. It's cool, it's great, because we're still meeting. But, and this is what I tell everybody. I just got off the phone with Regis and some other people about collaborating and telling them how I need to work on my business and not in my business, because me just doing everything is taking a lot, right? But at the same time, like, I always think about impact. Me, I'm about impact. I don't want to do nothing that just feels good and it just looks good and looks great. And to me, my 1 month events that I was having for the last couple of years, it just felt good, but it wasn't impactful, because when the kids that I run across, to the kids, and I ain't even talking about these kids, because a lot of these kids are new to the program. I'm talking about my kids that started off, that's going, and I know their daily lives and what they're going through, and why some of them not in camp, right? You know what I'm saying? So I'm really talking about them right now. My one-offs wasn't impactful in their life, because what they go through 24 hours a day, meeting me or seeing me one time a month for, to kick it and hear a speaker and eat, it wasn't doing nothing. It wasn't changing the narrative in their everyday life. So I definitely get it. And maybe I'm just trying to take on too much. Of course, I can't save everybody, So I know that whole spiel too, but that's why I'll be torn at. But like, okay, that would be great. I can go back and just do once a month events now. But is it really impactful for my mission? What is the kid that I'm trying to save that was like me, if I'm really going to save them if I'm seeing them once a month? And that's why the culture of they knowing that, and I always tell people, like, negativity is drowning our kids 24 hours a day. Our kids need positivity in a safe space 24 hours a day. And that's a lot, especially in our community, because 99% of us can't, won't, are not in a position to dedicate our life to that. You'll hear that. I hear that all the time. Well, I work, I do this, I can't do it, and that's understandable. It's not like blaming nobody, but at the same time, this is the reason why our community is like that, because we can't do that. We can't afford to do that. We can't give them a 24-hour safe space. We can't have all along summer programs to make sure that they not on the streets and they not getting tied up in all type of stuff. We can't afford that. We don't have the resources for that. We don't have the facilities for that. But that's the reason why a lot of these kids get swallowed up in that life that they go to, because that life right there is there 24 hours a day, 365, no breaks, no nothing. And that's the part that really eats at me, because I know I got swallowed up in that. My mom had me in Ralph Wilson. My mama had me in football. Football season was over. Ralph Wilson was part-time. I saw that other world 24 hours a day. So I went with that world because that world was constant. You know what I'm saying? That world was consistent, good, bad, or different. If I needed to make some money, if I got into it with my mom, if I wanted to run away, whatever I was going through, that world was always sitting there waiting for me. And that's the part that really messes with me, because I'm trying to build something that's always there for them and always there. Even if and it ain't about me, because I want to have some resources. I was just telling the guy on the phone, like, we got so far to go because it's not open unless I'm there. That's not what I'm trying to build this for.
But it takes time, Tony. It will be.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm not putting all the pressure on me, but that's why I'm just telling you, this is what goes through my mind. I'm not, okay. I get it. Like I told you, one summer camp is not going to change everything, but I'm just saying, I'm just giving you a piece of how I think about this when I'm processing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so.
Well, let me just say to you, it's okay to be where you are. Just know that you're going to move, that it will move where it should be and it's destined to be. And you just move with it and move it. Follow spirit, follow. Jump out the plane when you need to. Okay. I think without jumping out the plane, you really don't know who you have, who's with you, who's able to do, and who's not able to do. And so that's one of the things that happens. So you're in a beautiful spot. You have made the progress, and looking forward can be daunting. It's been said to me and too many times, you can't save all of them, but you know what? I'm going to live my life trying. I would say to you that your life itself, and it takes only a second to make an impact that could be lifelong. So no worries that, for whatever kids. I told you I had a young man that came to the acre. I might not ever see that young man again. But there's nothing in my heart, my mind that says maybe I said something that at some point in his life he will recall and be able to overcome, to accomplish, to do what it is that he desires to do, because he's that funny little lady in that big piece of land with no children coming to it. And I showed up. And, we really don't know, but we know where our hearts are. And we know that it's not just our hearts, that we have given of ourselves in sacrificial ways. Because at any time, in any moment, we can say that's enough. I'm going to sit down on my couch. I'm not moving. I don't think we can do it, but I'm just saying the option's there. But it's something we don't do because it's not who we are. This is who we are. This is where our energy comes from. And all I'm trying to say is, it's okay to be where you are. Do not beat yourself up, or then I got to be fussing, and then you got to try to stop me from fussing, and you don't want this business. You don't want it.
No,
you don't want it.
No, definitely. I get what you're saying, and I'm just saying it's just when you see the look in those parents' eyes, and they see what the impact, but then you see that I know it's needed, but to see when it's really needed. Mm-hmm. She asked me last week, and she came back in here today. So, what's up with this other camp? I'm like, mm-hmm. Why are you doing this to me?
No. What's up with this other camp?
She's the one that went and got funding from the assistant program. So she's not even the one that got sponsored enough. She went and came up with the money.
Okay, so now she came up with the money. The July camp, we got money. then like you said, maybe you can partner. Well, you don't want to, you got to have somebody that you trust to be there when you can't be there, if you were to do it. But with any of them, hey, this is something we want to do. And if we want to do it, we got to work together. I need more resources. I need more people to come aboard. Okay, how can y'all help me? Do not take the burden all on yourself. You don't have to figure everything out. If we have parents that care enough and want their children in this setting, then hey, this is how you can help. I'm looking for this, this, and this. If you know people, then you need to send them my way. You have resources, you need to send them my way, because this is what we want to do. Don't, take it all on yourself.
I've been thinking about putting one of those posts out, but I didn't even know if I wanted to put it out, because once I put it out, I ain't gonna lie. Once I put that out, I'm kind of like saying I'm gonna do it, and that's why I haven't did it.
No. I wouldn't put it out.
No, I'm talking about just asking for, like, just telling people this is what the community want. This is what I need. You know what I'm saying? But if I put that out, this is what I need, I'm kind of telling myself I'm gonna do it, and that's why I haven't put it out, even though it's like a week and a half, so I need to make a decision. But it's hard for me to say, well, no, I ain't.
Honey, you can do a camp in a week. Don't even play. You can.
No, I'm just no. I'm talking about, but for the people, I need to go ahead. If I just say I said I'm gonna do it, right? I really should have known last week. Like,
you would have liked to have known.
I have talked to some people. Like I said, I got 2 teachers that said, well, summer school will be over. I can do this and I can do that. I wouldn't be able to do the whole 3 weeks, but I can do this week because I'll be in town. So I have talked to people out on to the side about it. So I'm just pondering, like, okay, I got you in the back of the mind. I got you in the back of the mind. And I do got parents that say, like Rob, she ain't even got her kid in the program. She just come every day for 3 days a week.
Yes.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. She get off at 1:30. She there about 2, and she there to the kids leave. You know what I'm saying? I just meeting Miss Chantel Thomas. She want to be a part of it in a bigger role. Like I said, I got the 2 teachers, and I got Sharon, of course. She comes down Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I think. As far as like just more of the kitchen help. So I've been like pondering it to the side and thinking, because this is what I want. So it ain't like somebody asking me to do something I don't want to do. I just don't want to be committed to that. But at the same time, I'm committed, because if I say I'm gonna do it, and if everybody disappears, it's still gonna get done. You know how I am. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's the part I worry about. Not really the count, because if I can get 8, 10 people to say, well, I can do mornings, I can do evenings, I can do this, I'm gonna come do it. I'm gonna be a guest speaker. I can get guest speakers. They love to come for their hour or something. I can get one of those every day. I got my city council member partner from Taylor, so he want to come down and do one on his grandpa, Bill Buckley, the first black cowboy, basically. And he want to come do a whole spiel on him. So I can always get those. That's super easy. And I just talked to a couple other people with youthpreneur programs that they want to team up and do stuff, So I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know why I brought it up. I guess it was just on my mind because the parents, you know what I'm saying, keep asking me about it. And it's like, I'm in the middle of we almost could hit the last week. So I need to be able to say no. And the word no is hard to come out. Now, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's almost impossible for it to come out. But I don't know. I don't know.
My thoughts are you put it in the atmosphere.
Yeah, I did, didn't I?
And you put it in the atmosphere, and then just say, hey, these are the things I would like to see, so that these are the things I'd like to see by this time, so that I can give a green light. If they're not there by then, it's not meant for it to be. Yeah. You know what you need. And that doesn't mean putting it on social media and asking people there. They'll come to you just like them. This is my belief. If you put it in the atmosphere, it's meant to be. You already know what you need for you to give it the green light, because you're the one that would be giving it the green light and promoting it, just like you did this camp, right? Then say, hey, if I have this and this and this, it's a green light. Now, what you can tell the other people, I'll know something by this date, and you make a decision by that date.
We'll figure it out. I'll let it come to me.
It'll come.
But
it will come. I promise.
You know, yeah, I wouldn't even post, be bring that up. I guess it just came out because it's on my mind. So I just started rambling and it came out.
Okay, that happens here. That really does happen here. But I was so excited to see the video with Christian, and he has I'm like, what? I just left for a few hours. What happened?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's just beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
You ready? Now they was getting on me about my book and my barbecue. So I said, how you know I got a book?
Mm-hmm.
Miss Brown. They
Oh
was like,
yeah, street
why you
flies.
ain't told us about this and that? Why you ain't told us? I said, we'll get to it. You know what I'm saying? Because I still ain't really just poured into them as me as a teacher. I really just been sitting back, kind of like just.
Well, you got next, but
But I've just been like, because
I'm ready.
I'm an individual. I like to individually pour into them. So like, as I get the guest speakers, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I need to get ready for the class part. But I have been pouring into them different, on the individual, because I know I always go back to me, and I want each one of them to know me on their own terms as I just get ready to present to the class. But I want them to all feel connected to me one-on-one, So that's what this last week and a half been for me, as I bring
Mhm.
people in, as I sit back and watch you do your thing, and you know what I'm saying, you dancing around the room and everything. You know what I'm saying? As I see that, that's why
Hip hop math. Hip
yeah,
hop
and,
math.
and giving them that love, but that realness, but that firmness of I love you, but you can get checked too. Like, don't play with me. You know what I'm saying? And I got to give it to them, because I see that they lacking. And in Jeremiah, when his mom, she said, I was going back and forth about the count, but she was telling me what he be doing at home, and I talked to him about that today. I'm like, I know, he adopted and all that stuff, so I understand what he's going through. You know what I'm saying? Wondering where his dad at, and you know what I'm saying, different that.
Okay.
So he has little anger, temper problems. You know what I'm saying? So,
Really?
and she said, that's why
Man, I've seen none of that.
I've seen it,
You
but
haven't?
I check it. You know what I'm saying? Because
Mm.
like the flaring up and the acting like, we don't hit girls, we don't do all that disrespectful stuff. But so I have caught it and seen it, and we had a good talk today. You know what I'm saying? And he was, like, don't let me, your mama called me, I'm pulling up. We don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, and it just those type of things. Like, when I lock in with kids like that, it's not even a camp no more. Like, they my little kid, you know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't. It's not even a camp no more. These my babies, Like I told them, I missed y'all over the weekend. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So that's just me. I don't even look at this as a school or a camp. I look at this as individually. These are all my little business partners. These are all my little babies that I'm not. This is not no camp, and I'll never see you again. Like, nah, we finna grow together now. You know what I'm saying? I think
Mhm.
about that for every 54 kids that's registered in my program. This not a program that I'm gonna just lose touch with them. This is a thing that we grow to death with. To, you know what I'm saying? To the end of time, we grow together. So I
Mhm.
think that's just me, because I wish I would have had that. So it's just different. A lot of people, it's just a camp. A lot of people, it's just this and that. And hey, summertime, and we might not never see them again. Nah, unless they disappear on me, or like they whole family uproot and just disappear. Like, because even if you leave, you can't leave CLU Fleet, because we nationwide. You know what I'm saying? All you got to do is type on the website, and we still here with classes or courses, or you can still call me. So to me, there's no part now. You know what I'm saying? And that's
Mhm.
the thing that I think makes, I don't know, a program or me just different than regular stuff. Like, I want to see all of them be successful now. I want to see all of them, and I don't mean every kid gonna be successful, but they're gonna have the seeds to planting them to be. Now I just got to make sure y'all make the right decisions as y'all have all this information. That's the big thing, because you can have all the information and still make wrong decisions. So that's part of it too. So I don't
Yeah.
know, like I say, now I'm thinking too hard and thinking too deep and going too.
Sorry.
Yeah, say you done rubbed off on me. Now I'm over here thinking too.
Sorry. Now, I would, but you probably have already been doing that, but you still had that extra secret weapon, jump out the plane.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah, yeah.
you jumping out the plane?
We got to go for it.
Yeah, yeah. But you do think things through, and it's just that you don't allow everything doesn't have to be in a particular place before you to move.
Oh no, yeah.
That's it. That's just it. And then you have a level of confidence, which we've talked to the kids about. You have a level of confidence. If I say it and I can do it, it's done.
Yeah,
It's not.
you
It's
think,
not.
yeah.
Oh, I think I can, or maybe I can, or will. You don't have that, and that's what a lot of people have to overcome. You know, including myself. I might want to do a certain thing, a jiggy, like write that book. Well, I haven't written that book.
Yeah,
Write that book. Right.
yeah,
I haven't
yeah.
written the book.
Hey, all you gotta do is start writing down on a piece
I
of
think
paper.
right. No. I
Just
think
go.
I want the book. I want to write the book before it's written.
She said you gave me that look if that makes sense.
I had a student and man, you know, it's time to write every day in class. It's time to write. This joker wasn't right. He wasn't right. And I'm like thinking, oh, you just not doing your work or you just not. And so it was all written here. By the time it was a contest or something, and he wrote the story in the contest. And his came up as one of the, you know, potential winners. But he did not do it the way I would, you know, definitely not the way I was instructing it. I need the introduction or whatever.
Yeah.
But he was able to, it was all here before it went down to that on the paper, and it went down perfectly. So what we would do when we would teach is no, just put your thoughts on paper and just get them on there, and then we'll just move it around and push it up and down and put some periods and commas and change a couple of words. You know, we had a process. But he did it all in here. So I think the book has to be written before I can write it. It has to be so, I have to, I guess, because it's not here. So it has to be, you know what I mean? I don't know if you know what I mean.
No, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
Because you might can say it better, but it has to be so, I know exactly what I want to do. I know what this is, and this is. And then I have to have the confidence that I can get from point A to point B, B to C, C to D. It's something that is preventing me from that. I might say, sometimes I'll say timing. I have my hands in so many other things and and it's the timing. So in my world, if I just had to focus on this one thing, I would get it done.
Yeah.
You know, and maybe one day I'll go away and focus on this one thing and get it done. I don't know. I don't know.
Figure that. It's close. It's closer. Is there more do you think? You just got to pull it out.
Closer than I think. Okay, Tony has been. Look, it's been closed for a while, Tony.
Nah, it ain't been. You probably have, but we're gonna pull it out. Sometimes you need that encouragement to pull it on out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We'll do that because I mean, that's why I didn't do the next book I was gonna do is a sports live tours, but I ain't gonna do it. I'm gonna make a documentary because I think that.
Yeah, you decided to do the documentary.
Yeah, because I got some good people that I'm gonna interview, and of course I'm gonna hit them with the stats and statistics and all that type of stuff, and I'm gonna talk my talk on there.
I heard Jawanza Kunjufu breaking it down in an interview that was probably done maybe in the early 70s. And you know, he really broke it down. You got this many people wanting this position, and at this level it's only this many. So it's only this many that's gonna make it on the high school teams, and it's only this many that's going to make it into college, and it's only this many that's going to make it into, and it's only this many that's going to make it into the starting five. But we got millions trying to get one of these spots, and that makes no sense whatsoever.
Millions of kids trying to get 300 positions every year.
There you go. And less than three. I mean, probably less than 300.
Yeah, about 280 to 300 open positions that's available every year, and it's like
right. And the start, they don't want that kind. They want to start. They want to be. They, you know, that's what they're thinking in their minds. And then the only thing I can say for that, if we're going to value that as a community, as a people, as a culture, then we better build it into an economic base for us.
Yeah,
it's not going to strengthen our economic base, then we cannot. We have to open our eyes and we have to stop.
Yeah.
Stop funding it. Mm-hmm. Stop lying to our children.
Yeah.
that you're gonna make it here, here, and here, and prepare them that, you know,
Chances are very slim. So I'm gonna give you other things. You can still use, and like I
yeah,
said,
you do it if you want to.
even in the documentary, I'm gonna talk about the good things that sports do. Teamwork, it keeps you to
Yes.
work out and stuff like that. So it's a few things that it gives you. Of course, it gives you brain trauma and all that when you talk about football and stuff like that. You
Yeah.
know, so I'm gonna talk about that part too. But I'm gonna talk about the few good that you can get it just by being moving around.
Part of sports.
Yeah, just being
Yeah.
a part of it. But when it's your livelihood, when it's your end all be all, that's the problem. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like
Unless it's an economic base that supports your community.
yeah.
Because that's a part of life. You want entertainment. You want, to be able to, you want to play sports. You like the competition, But I just don't like how it funds and distracts us from everything else.
There you go.
I think it's extremely valuable.
And it's the culture that makes you like the parents are even distract you. No, he can't focus on nothing but sports. He can't do this. He can't. I had a parent tell me, and I know this. I'm pretty sure. Let me say that I don't know nothing for a fact. I'm pretty sure this kid will not make it nowhere near the professional leagues. And this kid had threw his arm out, like so he was like hospital bed and all this surgery and all this. Said I talk about CEO Youth League. Like I want to put him in his dad, but his dad want him to focus on rehabbing and getting ready for sports. Like how does being a part of CEO Youth League take you away from rehabbing and getting ready for next year? Like it's just a mindset. We want our kids to be all in for something that 9.5 times out of 10 would not give them a check ever in life. That's weird to me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, to you,
weird. It should be weird to anybody. Like, to me, that's a form.
But it's not. So our reality is what's weird to us, what we see, others cannot see.
Oh yeah, I know.
They don't see it, or if they see it, it doesn't move them one way or the other. It doesn't move them to do something. It doesn't move them to talk about it. You wouldn't even know it. Again, and I'm just saying in general, for you, it's sports. For me, it's Blackness, culture, and connecting and that's my thing. I want us as a people, number one, to be a people, not to deny being a people. And then having some my apologies with sometimes now with the word pride. I trip over that now, because I want us to be, it's another word I want to use because I don't want people to be confused about anything I say, but we need to be as confident in who we are and our capabilities and what we can do for ourselves as any other group of people. And in order to do that, we have to acknowledge where we are, what we have, what we do, and how we operate. We talk one-on-one, but we don't talk as a group. Like one-on-one, I'll talk to somebody and say, well, you know what? When other kids, like when Asian kids grow up, their parents already have somewhere for them to go. They have a restaurant, they have a nail shop, or they have something. Our Hispanic brothers and sisters, and they have, the building industry, construction. They have a funnel for their children. When they get that piece of paper we talked about, they're already funneled in. We as Black people have what? Where do our children funnel into? That's what I'm saying. We got to wake up. Yeah, I saw you. What do we funnel into proficiently?
No.
You know what we funnel into.
Yeah, I mean, nothing good. Yeah, I can tell you. Yeah, nothing good.
Thank you.
And that goes back to
finance. Good.
It's a financial
economic base. We can play some sports, but let's get that money. Let's get it collective. Let's come together, make it into a collective. So I want everybody to think like me. Everybody don't think like me. But I think like me, and I have to get comfortable that I think like this. And it's not a bad thing. It's not, I don't know whether somebody considers it a good thing or not, but what I think of it as is a real thing.
Yeah. No, it's definitely a real thing. And I think we could get back to thinking like you want us to think more culturally and all that. But It's finances.
With cultural
We're paid not to think like you. We're paid not to be together. It's more profitable to not think like you and move like you. You know what I'm saying? Like that. So it goes back to economics. You know what I'm saying?
Let's go back to economics, doesn't it?
And then we feed our kids a dead dream about sports, and then the ones that do make it, none of them are thinking like you because now they can't because they'll get fired or they'll get kicked out the
league. They weren't gonna make it if they thought like me.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So it's all
they weren't gonna make it.
It's all financial, and that's why we need our own institutions and all.
There you go. So that's what I was. Yeah, I was gonna say they're not gonna make it if they're dependent on other structures and institutions. If they're depending on something other than their own culture.
Yeah.
That should be a choice. It should be I can choose to be here or I can choose to go there.
But when you come from
ours don't have any choices. Ours do not have enough choices right now.
When you don't got nothing, you're gonna always choose the money. You know what I'm saying? So
I mean,
like Dr. Boy said, if you always choose the money, you're gonna always choose them because they have all the money. So,
wow.
You know what I'm saying? And that's just flat. That's just
until we get to the money. Until we get the bag. We get the bag.
And so that's why that's why I lead with that. I mean, I don't lead with that. I lead with being confident and knowledge of self and all that, because if I give you all the other game and you still don't have the confidence and the knowledge of yourself and be proud for who you are, that's why I was talking to kids today about who is it? Oh, that's Malcolm X and this, and you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's one angle I haven't even hit yet with this camp, and I don't even know.
And we can't hit everything with camp.
Yeah, no, for sure. But so, they see it when they walk by. They see it. They know. You know what I'm saying? And they know with the confidence and the way I talk. Like,
yes, like, absolutely.
You know, like I can't be fired. You cannot support me. You can wish I failed or something, but you can't fire me. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's the way I talk to them. You see, I mean, I see you sometimes you be laughing like Tony, the way he talks to these kids.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, go Tony, go! I'll be ready to dance again. I'm like, Tony,
I want them to understand, like, nah, this is boss talk. Like, this ain't no, this is a blood sport. I want y'all kids, and some things I can't just give y'all everything, but at the end of the day, y'all young adults, and y'all need to understand that this ain't no baby camp. Like, this. I'm getting y'all ready for the world, because the world don't care about you being a baby or you crying or got your feelings hurt or this and that. They don't look at your skin color, and it is what it is. So if you don't have confidence and you don't know that you can build products and you can do this and you can do all this on your own, you already trapped. You already got. And that's what most of us are. We're born into a system that we trapped into because most of the parents that give us the game, giving us the game that they failed in. So I don't even know why they're giving the same game that they can't even, they don't even like they like most of the time, but they give you the same playbook. It don't make no sense. You know, like even if I did live that life, I would make sure that you ain't gonna live. I used to hear older people say that I live like this, but you're gonna do better, or you gonna do this. I don't even hear that talk no more. You don't hear parents saying, I went through this and I work at this job, but you're gonna do better. So I'm gonna put you in this extracurricular program. I'm gonna take you out of school and find a homeschool. I'm gonna do that. That's back in the days, parents used to be determined to make sure that their kids didn't go the same route they went to. But I want you to do better. I don't even hear people talk like that no more.
Yeah.
You know, so
there are some, but we need more.
Yeah. No, yeah.
We need more, and we need to hear it more. Yeah. And then to have that, you know, no, I get it. So, yeah, you're right.
But we wrap this up, and since it's 9 o'clock, we started a little late, and I got to get right back at it again early tomorrow. So I want that you get the last words on whatever you feel like talking about, camp, energy, whatever you said. I think I named it something about positive energy or something. I don't even know. I guess we have talked about positive energy because we talked about the good things that's coming, and why I'm conflicted and I'm falling in love with these little babies and all this type of stuff. So we have been talking about positive energy.
Yes, absolutely. And that's all I can say is I absolutely love what we're doing, and it's not necessary. It's not restricted to just the children. The heart of Tony is that we all have the level of self-confidence we need so that the ideas that we generate can be manifested, and that we know with an assurity that there is nothing that we cannot do. So if anybody wonders what's happening at camp, those are the 3 writing principles right there: self-confidence, generating those ideas and knowing that you can do it. Nothing is impossible to you. So that's what camp is about. That's what life is about. That's what being together as a community, culturally, as humans, moving forward, wanting the best for each and every one of us, not being satisfied at all if one of us is not working toward, as Tony would say, becoming our greatest, best version of ourselves. This world deserves that, needs it, and is hungry for it. I tell you, hungry for us to be our best, hungry. And so that's what I would have to say. I'm riding with the CEO Youth Camp leader.
You're the superstar of it, man.
Tony, the real Johnson, the visionary.
Yeah.
And his what's the goal? I need something to hold my hat on, and I can hold my hat on those three things, and so are those babies. And so, thank you. And to those who will see this, just know that our high expectations are for you as well as for our own selves.
Exactly.
Got to keep pushing.
Got to keep pushing. Well, you tell the minister I said a happy early birthday. Hopefully, I get to see y'all tomorrow. But if not, but if not, you tell him I said a happy birthday, and
okay.
And I thank you for everything, because you're the real superstar at this camp. I know you try to throw it all to me, but I know you shake your head, but I know who
I could not do it. I could not have done it without you.
And I could not have done it without you, period.
There we go. So it just all worked out. And then Ronald, bonus. Oh,
yeah, he did. Ronald been like 3 weeks ago, and he just dived in, like he had first. You know what I'm saying? Like driving from Austin, looking for places to move to Temple from. He looking for land. Like
I mean, to hear. So it's just too many pluses and positives. Y'all, if you can, you have the opportunity, stop by the House of Resources and get some of this positive energy. That's what they need. That's what we all need in our lives. Get that positive energy.
I keep forgetting to give you your positive energy. He gave it to me like Saturday, and I done seen you 3 days this week, and I haven't gave it to you. It's been sitting right in there with a plant in the storeroom. It's sitting right in there. Yeah, I haven't gave it, and he gave you the big one too, like I got in the plant.
Okay, I'm gonna get it to the acre.
Make sure you remind me the next time you come, you get it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
All right. Well, you have a great night. I thank
all right,
you too. And I'll talk to you soon. Appreciate
it.
All
right.
See y'all next week.
Family.